Well, in escaping from a straitjacket, what I will be doing is I will be teaching you the six rules of leadership engagement. Because innovation is more than just a great idea, more than just happenstance. It is a process that is based on a vision, a mission, a solid business plan, and an execution. But it is my belief that unless you can engage people, unless you can get them to listen, unless that you can motivate them into action or get them to buy in to your plan, then the most brilliant vision, the greatest idea, the most wonderful business plan is worthless. I, Andy Cohen, am going to challenge Harry Houdini, who some think is the greatest escape artist in the world until now, to see who can get out of the straitjacket the quickest. In escaping from a straitjacket, I will teach you these six rules of leadership engagement. Rule number one is the concept, what I call break a sweat. Now, break a sweat really is about demonstrating a struggle. I learned this from Jack Welch. Jack Welch, he really talks about this, that in order to motivate people today into action, what you need to do as a leader, you need to let them see you struggle. When they see a leader struggle, it creates emotional connection to the group. It's a very, very powerful tool. Rule number two is to create a challenge. When you create a challenge, you heighten the engagement. Rule number three is to create a sustainable experience. This is really crucial. Apple does this. Southwest Airlines does this. Starbucks is wrestling with this now. The idea is once you create an experience that people buy into, then you must find ways to sustain that experience. Or rule number four is provide transparency. This is really crucial today. People want to know, your workers, your teams want to know, what are we getting into, why are we getting into it, and what am I going to get out of it? You need to provide transparency. One of the, I think, best examples while you're in New York, if you can get a tour of the Bloomberg building. Bloomberg News is all about transparency in the news, and their building reflects that. It is all glass. There are no solid walls in the entire building. Everybody sees what's going on. Even the CEO of the company sits out in front with everybody else. Transparency is rule number 4. Now, rule number 5 is to be human. Being human is a little different than struggling. Being human is sharing something about yourself with someone else. It might be a CEO who comes out at an annual meeting and plays the piano to show people, not he's bragging that he can play it, but another part of him. Or a boss that might share with you that, I was fired more than once, twice. Being human is crucial today in order to engage people. It also means doing things that you may not necessarily be comfortable with, but they're for the benefit of the group or for the benefit of what's being achieved. Al, can we now do strap number 5, please? Sure. Because when you do things that you're not comfortable with, it evokes a sense of trust. A trust. Al, man, I'm trusting you, guy. I'm trusting you. All right. Is that good? Rule number 6, the most important. Today, we have been promised a lot of things, and it's never delivered. So rule number 6 is to deliver on your promise. Last one. As tight as you can go. 1, 2, 3. Rule number 1 is to demonstrate a struggle. Rule number 2 is to create a challenge. Nancy, you want to double that bet? Rule number 3 is to create a sustainable experience. Oh, I bet you could watch this more than once, right? Yeah, I thought so. Rule number 4 is transparency. Let people see what you're doing. Rule number 5 is to be human. Now, I don't tell many people this, but I just started learning how to do this 8 months ago. Rule number 6 is to deliver on the promise. I think that, and really in conclusion, I think that leadership engagement is a significant component to the aspect of success of innovation. You just have to think differently about it. You have to think differently about it. You see, I believe that when you think differently, magic happens.